Hello and welcome to another classic console video on the bonus points. My name is Ollie, and as always I'm being joined by Joe.
Hello, hello.
And this week we are doing a much requested console, the Wii.
It sounds like you, at the beginning, you're really bigging up this video already, saying it's going to be like a classic video. You're like, welcome to another classic in the making.
It's another classic video. Yeah, it is. It's big time. So yeah, the Wii, everyone's been requesting me do a Nintendo console. Obviously, we've done the PS3, the Xbox, stuff like that. But the Wii, we've been kind of tiptoeing around it because, Joe, your history with the Wii is not that great, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I never had one growing up, basically. But, I mean, it's what, like second best-selling home console of all time, probably after PS2?
Yeah.
Not fact-check that, but that sounds about right.
Also, I love you said growing up. I think it came out when you were like 15.
Yeah, I was growing up. I was growing at that time.
I guess you were still growing,
a little bit.
Okay, so basically what we do in these videos is we try and find 10 games that represent the console. So, you know the classic consoles, they sell like the Super Nintendo Classic and it comes with loads of games on it. We're basically doing the same thing for more modern consoles. So we're going to try and boil the Wii down to just 10 games.
Sorry.
Boil the Wii. Is it because I said boil the Wii?
I'm so sorry. I'll try and be mature this episode, but just boil the Wii. I've just never heard those words in a row.
Wii. We're boiling Wii here. All we ever do is boil Wii. Right, okay. So I'm going to go first.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring in an absolute classic. New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
So I've played Mario Galaxy. I've not played this yet, so I can't really give it. Well, yeah, I mean, I might play it at some point. So yeah, I can't really like have an opinion on this one. I don't know if you want to do another one first.
Yeah, let's move on to another one. Okay, so another classic then. Super Paper Mario on the Wii.
Yeah, I've not played any Paper Mario games, like even any of the DS ones or anything.
Okay, so
you're doing another one. Do something non-Mario. I've not obviously
something
not
non-Mario. Okay. Rhythm Heaven Fever.
I think I've even heard of this one.
What do they call it in the UK? Beat the Beat. It's like the WarioWare music game.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, to be honest, I've not really hardly played anything on the Wii. I don't know. You might as well just do this list by yourself, Ollie, to be honest. I don't know what value I can add here.
I think we're going to have to bring someone else in. We're going to have to bring in an expert.
Who's this?
I happen to have played all of these games.
Oh my God. Joining us today is Discord community member, bonus points community member, beloved member, Moka.
Hi,
welcome.
Yeah. I'm Moka, Mokana for long. I'm a small-time Twitch streamer and apparently a Wii extraordinaire.
I would say so. When we were thinking about people that have played the Wii, Moka posts a Pikmin meme almost every day. So I was like, here we go. Here we go.
Go on, take the face mask off. Come on, Miyamoto. Give us your real name.
I have cosplayed Miyamoto before wearing this shirt.
Or maybe he's cosplaying you right now.
That would be impressive.
Okay. So, Joe, you have not brought a single game today, have you?
No. So I realized that I've played so few Wii games that, like, the ones I have are just like the ones everyone has played, you know, like Wii Sports, I'm sure will show up. So I was like, there's no point me bringing anything in here. So I had a week off. I didn't have any homework to do.
A week off? It sounded like you said you had a small cough.
I had a week off. I was thinking because it's like the Wii Classic. It's like the Wii. Like it's like the little Wii, the mini one.
I did your homework for you.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, thanks for tagging in here and helping me out.
Yeah, I've got my
Moka's
15.
brought 15 games for this. I guess those 3 I've already put on can stay there for now because there's nothing for it to go up against. And then, Joe, I guess you can chime in and whenever you want.
Yeah. I mean, there is some that I have my opinions on, and I can maybe mitigate if, like, you guys are debating. Maybe I could, like, be a deciding factor. But first, Moka, I'd like to know, like, what are your opinions on the 3 that have shown up already? Have you played them?
Yeah, I've played all of or most of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and I've played some of Rhythm Heaven Fever. I've seen Super Paper Mario played through, so I'm pretty familiar with all of them. You want me to like go down the line?
Well, maybe for now, they can stay.
Yeah, I guess that they haven't got any competition. Yeah. I guess we'll get more in depth when they're battling against something else. Did you want to bring one of yours in, Moka, maybe? Add it to the mix.
Yeah. Sure, I can. I did a little extra homework this week too. I can introduce that now. So the Wii is a console that's kind of defining for an entire generation. Like a lot of Gen Z kids like me. I'm not a kid. I'm an adult. A lot of Gen Z adults like me grew up with the Wii because it was so popular. So I polled a bunch of people from my university and from internet spaces. I got 80 responses about what people's top 5. Yeah, I put in work. I got 80 responses about what people's top 5 Wii games are. So I can introduce those. I don't know if we want to run down all of them right now or like bit by bit.
Well, maybe bring them in we'll bring them in kind of bit by bit. Because if we do them all, it's like they all have to hang, right? They all have to make up the console if they're the top 5.
I'm getting a bit worried about my position on the bonus points because Moka's already doing better than I've done for any video on this channel. So I'm getting a little bit, I'm sweating a bit here, not just from the heat.
I've just been thinking, Joe, as well. You're actually quite good to be on this video because you would probably buy this because you've not played any of these games.
Oh, I absolutely would, yeah. Especially with just one with a HDMI port and like doesn't need that sensor bar. They've somehow worked out a way to not need that. Like I'd play it. I mean, I do. So I have a Wii now. Okay. Like that Kai got for me because I'd mentioned about like I never had a Wii growing up and Kai loved the Wii. So they bought me one. Like they got one off eBay. And but we've only played like awful games. Like we keep playing the like it's like the celebrity on ice, dancing on ice celebrities. Like there's a game of that we play loads of.
Right.
And it's like it's awful, but it's just really funny. And one of the mini games is after you do your dancing, you have to call in to vote for yourself, and it's how fast can you input the number to vote for yourself to like win. It's like such like a funny idea. So yeah, that's why I haven't got much to bring to it, is because that's the sort of games I have played on the Wii.
Cool. I don't think that's going to make the list. Yeah.
I think the terrible Wii games are kind of part of the experience. Like whenever I was sorting through the responses on the poll, there were a lot of things like the Black Eyed Peas Experience or Barbie Horse Adventure. Somebody put the Weather Channel.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but we got that.
Or the shop, just the shop music. Maybe that could be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't include them if they didn't have a ton of votes. So.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's see it then, Mike. Let's bring one on.
Okay. One that I think is pretty popular, less in the mainstream, but more in terms of people who play a lot of Nintendo games and games in general. This is number 5 on the list with 120 arbitrary points, which is how I ranked these.
Right.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Ah. Yeah, see, I didn't have that in my list because I was like, is anyone going to buy this and play Brawl when Ultimate is out? That's what I was thinking. I was like, because Ultimate's got everything, right?
Yeah, it's got every character. So why would you go back to Brawl?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, although, if you just bought that and you didn't have a Switch, then I guess that's a massive...
Yeah. It's kind of the black sheep because obviously Melee is like the one that people still play avidly, the GameCube one, and then we've got Ultimate now. So it's like if you like the new ones, you play that. If you like the classic one, you play Melee, and this one's almost got a little bit forgotten in the middle.
Well, let's it can hang for now because I think
it's
if you
all
buy,
of like
if you get
the Nintendo mascots, isn't it? Like that adds value for like the console. It's very Nintendo.
And if the Wii Classic comes with 4 Wiimotes and nunchucks, then
are there any characters in it that would be hard for them to license still, though? Might be a thing. Is that like
every character from it is in the new one, so they've got the licenses somewhere somehow.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm going to add another one. I'm actually going to add one I've never played, but it's very relevant at the moment at the time of recording, which is Skyward Sword. So I was going to add Twilight Princess, but that's GameCube, isn't it? It's like cross-gen.
Yeah, it's both.
Yeah, whereas this one, I know is only on the Wii. That's why I've added it. I don't know anything about it at all. I've never played it. So if either of you know, maybe you could make a better case for it than I could.
Okay. Have you played
Skyward Sword? Skyward Sword is a really great Zelda game. It's kind of controversial because the motion controls... You know how Nintendo is with their gimmicks. Skyward Sword, a lot of people didn't like because of the controls and how it's not great. It's kind of clunky to play, but they did re-release it on the Switch recently. There's a remake, so that was. Yeah. I did pick a Zelda game as well, but I strayed away from picking Skyward Sword because it's been re-released, so it's easier to play.
Good point.
But yeah, it's very good. It kind of sets up the beginning of the Zelda universe, so it's good lore.
Okay.
So I've not played it, but what I've heard, which is what has stopped me playing it, is apparently it just holds your hands too much. It keeps like you're trying to work something out, and because they're like, "Hey, like, have you tried doing this?" It's like, "Yeah, like I would have probably worked that out." And so, like, I don't want to have my hand held. I like the modern Zeldas, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where it's the opposite from that. So that's kind of, I think it would be very hard to go back to it after playing the modern ones if you like the modern style. But I've not played it, so this is just from what I've heard.
Yeah, and the graphics are quite like Tears of the Kingdom, aren't they? That's literally all I know about it. Is it kind of looks like
it's like
Sky
Islands.
That's it. Yeah. Cool. Well, maybe for now we'll leave it, and as we start to run out of slots, we can put it in the bin.
I guess the counterpoint to that I could bring in is Twilight Princess. There. So Twilight Princess it's a lot darker for a Zelda game. It's dark like how Majora's Mask is dark. Not that I've played Majora's Mask, but it's also got the motion controls, but from what I've played of Twilight Princess, the controls work just fine. And I haven't heard people complain about the motion controls in Twilight Princess. And also, its most recent re-release was on the Wii U. So,
yeah,
kind of
that's
hard to access. Yeah.
Did you get either of these in your votes?
Yeah, I got
Skyward Sword or
I think Twilight Princess. I took the top 5 out of the votes, and Twilight Princess was number 6.
Okay, so Skyward Sword wasn't on there.
It got a couple votes, but it wasn't as appreciated.
I'm already putting it in the bin. It's already done. You convinced me.
Room.
That's gone in the bin.
And also, it was cross-release, but also, like, Breath of the Wild was cross-released with Wii U. And I think I know you did, but, like, in history, people are almost going to forget that you could play that on the Wii U.
Yeah.
I think people are constantly surprised. Like, it feels like a Switch game just because obviously that was the new shiny console. And once again, it was like a not very popular console being replaced by a popular console. So I think that kind of shapes people's memories a bit as well.
Yeah, fair. Okay, I'm going to bring in a stone cold classic, guys. Here it comes. You all know what it is. It's Wii Sports. Woo!
Oh, I didn't know whether you were setting up for a joke or if it would actually be.
No.
Sports.
I want to get all the classics on there first because I've got a lot of personal games. Like the thing is, with my history with the Wii is that I played a lot of really weird games. So like the ones that I've picked are like quite strange because I didn't really play any of the like big first party games. So I mean, obviously I played Wii Sports.
I mean, I couldn't think of like
Wii
a more
Sports.
perfect game for any classic console than Wii Sports. That's like the perfect one. That is like as locked as it could be.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you chose Wii Sports because it's got the objectively better version. It's got Wii Sports Resort.
See, I had that same thought as you, and I was like, if I want to turn on Wii Sports and play bowling, I know exactly how to do that and how long it takes and where it is in the menu because of Wii Sports. Wii Sports Resort has got so much extra stuff that I was like, it might actually get in the way of what I want, which is to play golf or bowling with my dad. And that's it. That's my angle.
Okay, there's too much menu navigation. Is that your argument here?
Isn't there like
He's
an
a simple man. Leave him alone.
Isn't there like an open world and like isn't there like all this stuff that's like?
Is there an open? It's been so long since I played. It's just a menu, right?
Woohoo Island, isn't it? I don't know. Woohoo Island. I thought that was like a whole open.
Yeah, you can like fly around it or something. It's been a long time, but I'm pretty sure it's just a menu.
Does it include all of the original games as well?
I did not do that much homework.
I'm going to look it up because if it doesn't include the original, because the original game is what makes it good.
So I think the thing is like people are getting these consoles largely for like nostalgia. People will have more nostalgia for Wii Sports than Wii Sports Resort. Like, there's not a game with more physical copies in the world than Wii Sports. Like, this has been like touched so many people's lives from different generations. Whereas Wii Sports Resorts, it's only the, obviously it sold loads, I'm sure, but like it's only the more dedicated. Like, I've never come across it, but I've played Wii Sports loads of times in loads of different places. Like, I think if we're having one, and there could be an argument for both, might be tough. I think it has to be Wii Sports. Even if they change the menu music, that's enough to say no, it should be Wii Sports.
That's
Also,
interesting.
Wii Sports Resort doesn't have tennis.
It doesn't?
No.
No, I swear. Oh. Does it not?
It's got table tennis.
It does
But
have
it doesn't
table
have tennis. We want tennis.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So in the research, I combined Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort into one category because like there was no point having both of them. I think we should only have one on here. And they swept the entire list, like 602 arbitrary points. Second place is 403. So like,
oh wow, okay,
yeah. But I was under the assumption, because I grew up playing Wii Sports Resort, and a lot of my friends had Wii Sports Resort, so that was always the one that I played. I was under the assumption that it was just like directly better. I didn't realize that there were things left behind.
I'm sure it is. Like, but that doesn't mean it gets on the list. Just because these aren't the top 10 games. These are the 10 that should be on a Wii Classic. And I think Wii Sports, even if it is like more limited, not as good. Like, I think the original has to be on the list.
Yeah, it's more darling. Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, you can do another one if you want, Moka.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So I think you've got, and this is a tricky situation because I saw beforehand that on your list you have Super Mario Galaxy. I do
have Mario Galaxy.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Why did you bring 2 in particular?
I have not played either of them to completion, but I've seen 2 played all the way through. And it has, I feel like, more polish, as well as being able to go back through in the Luigi star mode is more interesting in 2 than in 1, I've heard. And also, because they're both like standalone titles, basically you don't have to play the first one to play the second one. If the second one is the more refined experience, then that feels like the not necessarily superior, but like the more memorable one.
Yeah. Also, Mario Galaxy 1 has had a re-release, isn't it, very recently? In HD.
In All-Stars, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe just for that, Mario Galaxy 2 should be the one that... Although I've never actually played 2. I finished Mario Galaxy 1 twice, but 2 I've only played maybe an hour or so of it, but I didn't enjoy it as much. But that's because I got a really weird nitpick about it, which is the... like when you jump in the stars and you like shake the remote and then you like fly?
Right.
On Mario Galaxy 2, you can see the light stream where it's going to go. So it always kind of ruined the mystique of like, where am I going? Because you could see the line. So that's why I stopped playing it. That's so picky.
So specific.
I know. I just thought it ruined the mystique of it.
It's a weird choice as well, especially considering like you don't control your moving. So it's not helping you. It's not guiding you. It's just like
no. It just like shows the light. Yeah,
that is a mad reason to stop playing like one of the best games of all time. That is bonkers. But I agree with you. I'd prefer the line to not be there. Maybe there's like a motion sickness thing or something. Some people reported, so they add the line. It helped them. Maybe is my only guess.
Also, maybe in Mario Galaxy 2, the levels are a bit more open. Because in Mario Galaxy 1, even though they're like wider, you're always kind of running in one direction. So I guess maybe having the line shows you like, you're going to go over there. If you need to go backwards or anything, maybe it's a bit more helpful. I don't know. But anyway, I'm convinced Mario Galaxy 2 should stay and Mario Galaxy 1 can go in the bin.
It's funny how many times we've had this like 2 games that knock each other out of contention.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do another one that's also had a re-release, but it's a bit tricky to play, which is Donkey Kong Country Returns had a re-release on the 3DS.
Oh.
So that's kind of gone now, hasn't it? That's kind of done. So I think it can hang in the Wii Classic.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've played it.
I haven't played it. I've never played a Donkey Kong game, but I had it on my list as well because I know that Donkey Kong Country Returns kind of like set things rolling for the revival of Donkey Kong Country.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it definitely.
Yeah, it's also like an excellent game, and also Tropical Freeze is also really good. But like they're as good as each other, those two games. So if you played that one, you kind of get the idea. All right, that was a quick one. I'm going to put another one on them.
Okay,
so fast. Another classic, Mario Kart Wii.
Absolutely, that one. That's number 2 on the poll with 403 arbitrary points.
Right.
Yeah. I think Mario Kart in general is just something. It's always like top 3 bestsellers on a Nintendo console. I said top 3 and then I put up 5 fingers. I meant 3. Yeah, it's so easy to get into for everyone. So
yeah, and I seem to remember that when Mario Kart Wii came out, it sold more copies than the entire Halo franchise combined.
Did it?
Like just Mario Kart Wii. Yes, I don't know if that's true anymore, but when it came out, it did. Yeah.
Let's look at the sales.
It's just crazy.
I bet the new one, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I bet that sold more than Halo. I mean, isn't that like 60 million copies or something now? Isn't it like
I'm
something
very quickly going to look it up. Let's quickly have a look. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 53 million copies sold.
Million.
And the entire
that's beat the whole Halo franchise.
Actually, the entire Halo franchise, as of 2021, is over 81 million Halo games sold.
Oh wow!
So, there you go.
Yeah, not quite.
Yeah, I guess
combine.
I guess there's like the mobile ones and Halo Wars and stuff. I guess not that they're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Are there
but
mobile Halo games?
Yeah, was it like I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, there was a couple. They did end up bringing them to
like
consoles
Strike Team
as well.
or something, or
yeah, they're like
Strike
twin stick
Team or something
shooter
like that, isn't it?
ones that I've never played.
Okay, I mean we're desperately running out of slots already.
We are.
Moka, if you've got another one,
I do.
bring
Okay,
it in.
I'm going to throw this one in. I have a feeling it's going to get knocked out really quick, so I want to show it off. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz.
Oh, I love Monkey Ball.
You're speaking to us here.
Yeah, we love Monkey Ball.
This is not a game that I played personally, but I played Super Monkey Ball and the second one on the GameCube a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of the Super Monkey Ball franchise. And Banana Blitz, it actually got put on the poll a couple times. And I think it's kind of like a good jumping off point for the series because it came out on such a popular console.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's over relying on motion controls.
This is the Wii Classic. This is like this is the
no. I mean,
this is
no.
the
I mean
console where
the
you
Monkey
won
Ball
that.
game. The Monkey Ball game. I mean the Monkey Ball game. Like, because it's quite precise.
Yeah.
And like the Wii version might be like, oh, you hold the remote up like this, and then you.
But
like,
that was the Wii, though, right? I mean, that's people's.
Yeah, true.
That's what the Wii was. So, I mean, I'm looking across these games. I'm seeing a lot of like Mario's face. Like, is there a value in the fact that like this is a popular, Wii game that doesn't have Mario? And I know this is obviously the Nintendo Classic thing, but like, I feel like Mario, we've got Mario, we've ticked that box for people that like Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like nice that this is a Sega game and it's like different characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so, yes. I think that's fine to sit in number 10 for now. I
Okay,
think
so
the
let's
first
get
one
rid of
that's
Mario
coming off
Galaxy
of here,
2 and put Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz in its place then. That's what we've decided. Just from this conversation, that's what I can infer.
I think the one that's going to come off first is going to be New Super Mario Bros. Wii, because even though that was the second New Super Mario Bros. Game, there's been so many of them.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty much the same.
You could play any of them and get the same experience.
Yeah. Okay. Have I got any more first party games? Oh, I do. Here we go. WarioWare Smooth Moves.
Oh.
This is a fantastic WarioWare game. It might even be like the best WarioWare game. Like, I preferred the original because I played it first and for so long. But Smooth Moves is very good. It's like, have either of you played it?
I've never played a WarioWare game.
Oh my God. Right. Okay. So this one, the gimmick is before every, at the beginning of the thing, it's like pick, and then you have to like pick a nose. Just before it says the name, like the objective, it tells you how to hold the controller. And there's like 12 different ways to hold it. So it'll flash up a picture of someone holding it as like, the umbrella is like holding it up like this. And then there's like the telephone or something, or the discard, which is like that. And that has a mini game where a phone rings, you have to like pick it up. And it has like a dart one, so you hold it like that. Like, it was pretty cool. And also passing it along a line of people, just playing it was like just completely mental. So this is the same team that makes Rhythm Heaven Fever.
Oh, wow.
So I think for
that.
I think for that, I'm going to take Rhythm Heaven off.
Yeah, I was about to make you pick.
Instead.
I was like, both can't be here. Yeah. I was about to like leave it to you, but insist that one of them has to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not dearly attached to Rhythm Heaven Fever, so.
Okay. I love that game though. That was the reason I bought my Wii.
Okay. I can throw another one on here.
Yep.
I got to do it eventually. Pikmin 2.
Pikmin 2. Okay, so Moka is the Pikmin man. So why 2 over 1?
Pikmin 2. So with the Pikmin games, there's no like clear-cut best one. It's a lot of opinion, but I think the one that most people prefer is Pikmin 2 because it has the most fleshed out mechanics. So in the first game, you are on a time limit of 30 days and you have to collect parts. And that's the game. You have to collect really quickly in a 30-day time limit. In Pikmin 2, you have no time limit and you have to collect treasure to get money, but there are a lot of ways to get money and collect treasure. I could talk for a very long time about Pikmin 2, so I'm trying to restrain myself.
Is Pikmin 2 the best Pikmin game?
I think it is the best Pikmin game. It's also a Nintendo Select. I chose that cover because it looks better. And so it originally, and Pikmin 1 came out on the GameCube, but I think that it is definitively best on the Wii because it's Pikmin 2 New Play Control is what it's called. Okay. And instead of using a joystick to move your character around and to aim, you use motion controls. You aim at the screen where you want to throw a Pikmin, and that's where it gets thrown.
Nice. And same as Pikmin 3, isn't it? Pikmin 3, you do that.
Yeah. I think you can choose on Pikmin 3. But yeah, I'm not the only one who said it. There were other people in the poll who picked Pikmin 2. I'm not alone.
Okay, I think I'm going to take off Mario Bros.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
You can have Pikmin in that slot.
Can I make a quick request for you, Ollie? Can you just wipe from your memory that box art? So if we do another drawing box art one, I can pick that one up because it's mad. I just had to look up like a bigger version of it because it's insane. Like I was like, is that a real lobster? Like it's so weird.
It's clay. It's clay art. It's really cool clay art.
When I blew it up, but like from it zoomed out, that looks like a photoreal lobster. It's like, what is that like genuine? Has Moka got to like a weird website where it's like got like some like parody? But yeah, I would love to like make Ollie try and draw that, not knowing what it was going to be.
That would be funny. All of the Pikmin 2 promotional art is in that kind of clay style. It's really cool.
Oh, I love it. I want a game to be in that art style.
Yeah. Have you ever played Pikmin, Joe?
No.
Oh,
hence Moka being here.
yeah. Pikmin 3 is good though. It's on the Switch.
Yeah, there's a new one in there.
Pikmin 3 Deluxe is great. Yeah, on the horizon, July 21st.
Yeah, I wasn't the directs. I was just a bit worried at just how bad the frame rate was during their showcase. Maybe a little bit scared. I was like, oh god.
We had Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, I didn't play that for the same reason.
That's fair.
And I'm not a frame rate snob, but it's like, I don't want to feel sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't great.
Okay, this isn't first party, but I feel like the amount of promotion this game got around the launch of the console, I think a lot of people consider this, typical Wii game. It's Red Steel.
Yes. I was hoping you were going to say that.
Yeah.
The trailer was mad. I watched that trailer so many times, imagining what the game would be like, and it wasn't.
Yeah, and it wasn't. There's a bit in the trailer where they put the sword to the guy's neck and then they turn it. Do you remember that? And he's like, the sword's not turning. Yeah. It's like, that doesn't happen in the game. But I still think it's a classic and it needs to be represented
There's
somehow.
a sequel as well, which was apparently like decently better as well, wasn't there?
It's cel-shaded, the sequel.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I mean, the lineup is so good at the moment.
Isn't it like really bad, this game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's infamous. Moka, have you played it?
I've played, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this. I have a modded Wii.
Kick him
out
of
that's
it.
fine.
This is one of
Miyamoto.
this is one of the games that I modded on. So I tried this like last year for the first time. I wasn't really impressed. Like, it's a cool concept. It's got a lot of character, but it didn't feel great.
Okay, all right. I'm not that keen on it. I just, when I was thinking about the like initial Wii trailers, this is the first game that came to mind.
But
so
before we knew like the limitations of what the motion controls were and how basic they were, like the idea of that was so appealing. Like when the hype was crazy and like people didn't really realize like how limited the motion controls were actually on the Wii.
Yeah. I think when that happened, I was like 2 years old. So
yeah,
a little before my time.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Okay, Moka, let's see what you got.
Okay. This one is a really big one. It did get a re-release recently, but Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes.
Which was the start of the franchise, yeah.
Yes. I was going to add this because I was thinking about Operation Rainfall, whatever it was called. Was it called? Do you remember that? Where it was like the 3 RPGs that came to the Switch, to the Wii, sorry. That was like Black Tower or like Tower of Darkness, this game, and one other game. And if you bought all 3 of them, then Nintendo would send you like a coin or something.
I've never
I don't know
heard
if anyone
of this.
else remembers that.
No, there's a Wikipedia
what
page.
The 3 games were. Was it Operation Rainfall? Yeah.
Yeah, The Last Story, Pandora's Tower, and Xenoblade Chronicles.
That's it. So I bought Pandora's Tower from those 3 games, and I didn't like it. But I bought it. I supported the operation. But yeah, did Xenoblade get a re-release on the Switch?
It did. It did get a remaster. I just thought it was worth mentioning because it's such a legendary
worth
game.
Yeah, I mean, we got Paper Mario. Right? Paper Mario, is that an RPG?
Yeah, it is sort of. Yeah, this one's a bit quite close to an action game, really. It has platforming and stuff in it, this one, because you can turn the camera like 3D in Paper Mario. So
yeah, I just didn't know whether Xenoblade is representing something that we haven't got represented on the list. I've not played it, but I don't know if that's worth consideration.
An RPG in a very different way. A lot more story-focused, cutscenes, drama. Also, it's not turn-based combat. It's a completely different thing. But yeah, there's nothing, because it's got a remaster, there's nothing I would bump off the list for this.
Yeah, that's a good shout, Moka.
Yeah. Also, I kind of think with these mini consoles, like you got to imagine you're like busting it out when your friends come around and you're like, oh yeah, I got the mini console. Like, let's sit down and play a 200-hour RPG.
I mean, there is an argument for people that had it as their childhood and then like they've not played it in a long time and then they're going to go back. Like the SNES one had like Earthbound on and stuff. I bet some people, that got decent play from people that like played it back in the day. So like that is a good argument, but I feel like we've got that covered with like Monkey Ball, Mario Kart, Wii Sports, like WarioWare. Like I think we've ticked that box and then some with what we got already.
Okay. If we're talking about who goes first?
No. I'll go because I'm going to drop 2 on that are instantly going to get binned. So, but I want to include them anyway. Sin and Punishment, Star Successor, and No More Heroes on the Wii. Which I think I could have made a play for No More Heroes being included in this lineup because that was a crazy game. That's like the Wii motion controls with the sword was like super cool. And it was an 18, and there wasn't really any 18s on the Wii. And I also really enjoyed that game, but also looking at the lineup now, that's not gonna.
And it's on the Switch as well. Like,
it's also on the. Yeah, it's been re-released and everything. It's on everything.
Good play on the Switch.
What is Sin and Punishment?
So Sin and Punishment is kind of like Star Fox, like that kind where you fly behind. And you fly down a track, and it's an on-rail shooter. That's what they call it, isn't it?
Right.
And it's by Treasure, who make loads of like arcadey style games, and it's really good, and it's trapped on the Wii. I don't think it's ever come to anything else.
Oh,
so that was my play for that. So it's like imagine if on Star Fox, if you flew closer to the ground, you turned into a car. So Sin and Punishment, you kind of fly, and then when you go to the ground, you start running, and you have like different moves. You have like a sword and stuff, and then you can go back into the air again.
It's really interesting.
It's really cool. It's really, really cool. And I think it reviewed really well, but it didn't sell very well. And now it's trapped on the Wii forever. So, but that can It's
That
just for
feels
me,
like-
in the bin.
Just for you. It feels like the kind of game that would be right at home on a classic console, but it's so outperformed, or not outperformed, but like it just can't compete against all of these other.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Go on, Moka.
I think we have too much first party Nintendo representation here. But is that 9 out of 10 games is Nintendo?
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring in an Activision game, Skylanders for the Wii. And we were talking about playing, like bringing a friend over to play, and Skylanders is the game for that.
What about the toys, though? I mean, like,
Yeah, the toys. Do you not need the toys?
This is an idealistic future. We're gonna.
I mean,
It works.
like
It
you're not
works.
gonna have like you need like Skylanders needs the toys, and you're not gonna own the
Yeah.
toys. Like even if they gave you like a pack of like cards that you could scan in, like it's not
It wouldn't be the same.
magic.
They're-
Like, I think it's held like if it wasn't for that, I think that would be a great choice though.
The Wii Classic also comes with all like 50 of the Skylanders.
Yeah, the box is huge. It's like
That
rattling.
would turn me off buying it. I'd just be like, oh god, I don't want to generate this much more plastic with my purchase.
Yeah.
Where am I going to store this? I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, I think that's been vetoed. I think that's going in the bin.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry. Would be a
That's
great
A lot of
choice,
people
though.
are going to love that as well. They're going to love Skylanders. They would have wished it was on there.
I wish that I had all those toys, all the Skylanders that I had when I was a kid. I want to put them all on a shelf.
I mean, you could probably pick them up on eBay or something now.
I wish you had
Yeah.
spoke to me before I moved house and gave all of mine to charity. I had loads of those.
Well, no, you're right though. It's just too much stuff, too much plastic to keep
It's
around.
too crucial. The toys are too crucial, and like even if they made it so your
Yeah.
old toys work, like this is for people that have like grown up and going back, and they probably don't still have them.
Okay, I've got another third party game, and this one might have a chance of making it on. It is Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, which is the light gun version of like Resident Evil 0, 1, and 2, I think. So Resident Evil, very popular, people love it, and it's a light gun game. We don't have one of those on here, and it's on the Wii. So you're using the Wii Zapper or whatever it's called, Wiimote. I think this could hang in this list. This game's also really good. Do we have any thoughts at all on Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles?
I've never played a Resident Evil game.
Oh my god, you're killing me!
I own the Resident Evil 2 remake, but I played through like the opening gas station scene, and it was too scary. Too much.
Okay.
I
mean, the
get
other
scared
thing-
as well. I powered for it. So my only thing is that like the percentage of people that buy this Wii Classic that we're making probably haven't played it, but there's a much higher chance they've played some of these other games. So I looked it up. So it sold 1.4 million copies. So it's far from a flop. Like that's good. Like, you know, that's pretty good, but not for like Wii standards. And I'm just like, even though I think it's varied and it's kind of nice having like a more adult game and like a light gun shooter game, I'm just worried that if we're seriously thinking of serving the people with this, it might be too niche compared to the juggernauts it's going up against, is my only
but-
devil's advocate.
They might be like, oh my god, there's a Resident Evil game on there I haven't played.
Yeah.
And the Resident Evil is a huge franchise.
Never heard of.
So it's like,
I hadn't heard of it.
Yeah, I'd never heard of this either. I do think that a light gun game is good for showcasing what makes the Wii special. All of the weird Wii games that spawned out of the motion controls. So I'd be willing to barter here. Figure
Yeah,
out
what, get
what
rid
it
of Pikmin
replaces.
2? Yeah, okay.
No, no.
I'm thinking we might be able to drop Super Paper Mario, Smash Brothers, or Monkey Ball.
I would
this.
lean Smash Brothers because of points I said earlier. Like, that's not the one
Okay.
you'd want to play.
Now we've
That's
got
what I was
two
thinking
third-party
too.
games, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I feel like we're going to get comments about that, but like, sorry, it's our list.
Yeah.
Make your own list. I feel
mean,
like
if
there's
I
always
would-
comments we get about something we take off. I think that would be the one. But
I mean, we got a
Listen
comment
to
the other
our
day about
arguments.
our PS3 classic that was like about Catherine. It was like, that's the closest the bonus point is ever going to get to covering Catherine. Like, we put it straight in the bin.
Captain was cool. We both. I kind of like it. It was interesting.
Yeah. I think I've only got one more game.
I have several.
Okay. Well, I did quite a few doubles. So if you go ahead with your next one.
Okay, this is another third party. I don't know how much you guys would have played Just Dance.
Ooh, that's strong.
That is.
For my argument I just made
strong.
about Resident Evil, I bet that sold like a gazillion copies. Those were huge, weren't they?
Yeah. I feel like that's going to knock WarioWare off, isn't it? That is a WarioWare beater.
So something that is a Gen Z thing is that Just Dance was huge, like outside of the house. Like in PE class in 6th grade, they would put a Wii with Just Dance on it, or maybe an Xbox, I don't remember. But they would put Just Dance up and then have us all stand like a flash mob and dance to it instead of like playing dodgeball or whatever. So I think it's really iconic for a lot of people.
To put it in
Just Dance,
perspective, by 2013, considering that they kept making them for a long time after, the franchise had sold over 40 million copies. Like it's huge and great for like motion controls, for like the argument for that.
And this is the first one in the series.
Yeah.
Is that the best one of the series to include, though, do you think?
Perhaps the most nostalgic.
It's got
Like
Who
the
Let the
most
Dogs Out. I mean, that's
classic.
strong enough of an argument.
Oh, so I'm looking at I'm just zoomed in to have a look at it now. We got Who Let the Dogs Out? You Can't Touch This, MC Hammer, Katy Perry.
Grooves in the Heart. That'd be a good one to dance to.
Yeah.
Feels incredibly 2000s.
Yeah, right. I think WarioWare needs to come off then for Just Dance. I don't think anyone's going to sniff at that, are they?
No.
Oh, this is looking like a weird list now. I feel like Super Monkey Ball and Twilight Princess should be both quite worried at this point.
I like it because compared to like the 360 list where we were like, oh yeah, there's not many Microsoft games here. Like it's weird. Like obviously it being Nintendo is like the Sony big hit and Nintendo ones. We're like forcing ourselves to take some off to like put some other styles of games on.
Yeah. Moka, do you want to do another one?
Yeah. Okay, this one is one that I think is kind of a direct contender with Wii Sports for like the impact, and we should consider this like replacing it.
What's that box art?
It's Pikmin
It wasn't
3
even on
for
the
the
Wii. It wasn't even on the Wii,
says,
was it?
No,
was
it
on
says
the Wii U.
it says Wii right there.
No, I was going to say it's not. It wasn't even. Get that off.
Have you
Get
just
that off.
edited
You're worse than
the
Jovis
U
Fable?
off?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Right, if he's
Right
having
on the
that,
Wii.
I'm putting Fable 2 back on.
Don't you want them? Don't you want them on the list?
No. Well, I mean, Pikmin 2's on there, well represented.
Nice try.
But yeah, good try. Also, I wonder how it would look, or like how it would run.
Yeah, because the graphics in Pikmin 3 are a huge improvement over the other games, so probably not
Yeah.
well.
Okay, I'm going to do my last one then, which is
All right.
another one that's just for me, but I wanted to mention it. It is Tatsunoko versus Capcom
God,
Ultimate
all right.
All-Star.
Oh,
Just for
God.
me, it's just Marvel versus Capcom, but some anime house in Japan.
Videos of Ollie always feel
their
the same.
characters
No matter
into
what
it.
we're doing, they always feel the same.
Look, I've mentioned it. It's on there. It's a great game. It's also trapped on the Wii. So there you go. All fighting game fans, that's all you get. It's going in the bin.
Straight to the bin.
I realised then, so if that's
Yeah,
your
but
last
anyway.
one, no Rabbids. 'Cause I remember playing Rabbids around your house. That was the birth of the Rabbids, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think my opinion on Rabbids has changed.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it should
forgot
replace
Rabbids.
any of these, but I thought that would be one you would bring up because that's one of the few I have played.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rayman Raving Rabbids was one of the launch games that we had. But no.
Okay, well, I'm gonna assume that you guys don't. Are you gonna veto both of these games? Probably, if I had to guess.
Oh, okay. Let's put them in, or move them in the middle. So we got Pikmin on the Wii and Pikmin on the Pikmin on the 3DS that's been stretched to fit the size of a Wii box.
Yeah, I don't
They
think
are-
it's going to
I
make
mean,
the
if-
Wii Classic
okay.
list here.
Is there not a case to be made for Pikmin over Pikmin 2? I mean, I quite like the idea of the timer. I know you said that was bad, but
There is
I
a
think that's
case
what
to
makes
be
it
made,
unique.
but I'm not gonna make it.
Okay.
It has new
If
play
you're not going to
control.
make it, then no one's making it. Yeah, you can use the Wii remote.
Not controls, new play control. It has.
Yeah.
Do you know what you realise though, Moka? Is all you've done now is made it so there's more Pikmin in the bin than anything else. You've made it worse for yourself.
There's more Pikmin on screen, and that's what's important. Here, let me.
Yeah.
I brought all of my Pikmin plushes into my area for this. Just
For support.
we can't take Pikmin 2 off the list. It has to stay.
Yeah. Okay, Pikmin 2 stay.
Pikmin 2 safe. I don't. It's not worth the tears. We'll leave it there just for that sake.
Good. Good.
So I'm the only person that's played Super Paper Mario, and I quite liked it, but I don't know if it can hang with the other games on there.
Wait, what was trying to
Although
come
it is
on?
an RPG.
What was trying to come on?
I'm just thinking about some of the stuff we knocked off, like Smooth Moves, Smash Bros, maybe.
Yeah, and I don't know if we have room for more, but I do have 2 more games to throw into the.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
really?
I thought you were done.
Sorry, I thought you were. Those were the Pikmin gang.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was the big finale.
Yeah, it's hard because these are 2 good games. We have Kirby's Epic Yarn, which was my introduction to the Kirby series, and is
Yep.
it's really stylized, and it just feels really good to play. And I think it led to the Yoshi series that we have going on now with Woolly World, Crafted World. Yeah, I think those kind of started in Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Is it trapped on the Wii or has it been brought forward?
I think it's trapped on the Wii. I can check. Yeah, I don't see anything about it being released outside of the Wii, so I think it's just on the Wii.
Oh man.
Oh, also
Okay.
Nintendo 3DS, apparently.
But it's basically trapped then.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point.
What's the other one? Let's have a look.
The other one, and this one is definitely trapped on the Wii, is the Metroid Prime trilogy.
Okay, yeah.
Which might be cheating because it's 3 in 1, but the only other way to play Metroid Prime 1 and 2 are GameCube games, I think, and one got remastered on its own. But if you want to play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, you have to play it on the Wii, and if you're playing it on the Wii, you might as well get the trilogy.
Yeah. How long do you think this will be trapped on the Wii, though? Because Metroid Prime has done very well, the re-release.
Considering it's been like 6 years since we heard anything about Metroid Prime 4, probably a while.
So,
and I mean, if we're thinking...
Like we've had this discussion before with previous games. Like I think the trilogy thing's almost like a bit of a cheat, and I feel I'd say cheating. Like you've got to pick one, and then I feel like you'd probably have to say to pick the first one, but then that was obviously GameCube and has had a re-release, and like Metroid Prime 3 by itself would be a bit weird. Like I think we had this conversation with like Mass Effect because there was a Mass Effect trilogy game, but I think we had to narrow it down to one. Like the idea of it on the menu as being a thing that you click and then click another game. Like I feel dirty. Like even though it's objectively the better choice.
Yeah, we can bring it down.
It's a bit diluted.
Yeah. And I think of them as game. I didn't even know there was one just for the Wii, so I think of it as GameCube. So I think that probably hurts it.
Kirby, though, it'd be nice to have Kirby on here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so too. But what are we going to replace with
Paper
Kirby?
Mario? Is that like? I feel like there's been lots of Paper Mario. Is like the Wii one? Is that like the special one?
The Wii one is really good. It is very good. But you are right, and also they're both kind of like crafty, like artsy, crafty.
Yeah,
I think they fill the same niche. And if you're playing Paper Mario, I know it's not on the Wii, but like Thousand Year Door is kind of the iconic one.
I thought this was the iconic one.
Is it? I was under the impression.
I don't know. This is the one I've played, and I enjoyed quite a lot.
I thought Super Paper Mario was more contentious. I haven't played Thousand Year Door though.
I think maybe Kirby should be represented.
The only thing is obviously we got Donkey Kong Country. And this is now two obviously different but kind of platformy games, whereas Paper Mario was kind of covering a different area. Like, I don't know, just
true. But
trying to think it through.
You know, Nintendo console, we've now got Zelda, Mario, Donkey Kong, Kirby, and Pikmin. I guess is
there no like Fire Emblem or anything? I was expecting some more like anime stuff.
I don't think there is. I don't think there is a Fire Emblem on the Wii. Not in the UK anyway.
Yeah, I've not played any Fire Emblem games, so that's not my area of expertise.
We had Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, on the Wii, which I've just seen on Amazon. It's £263. And it's got 1 rating and it's 1 star. So maybe it's not.
Thanks to all of our patrons, we can announce the next game we'll be featuring on the podcast.
Yeah, I feel like Fire Emblem didn't hit its stride properly in the West during the Wii one. It was more of a during the 3DS.
I think 3DS was like
Awakening. Was the big one,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, that's the one.
That's
when I started hearing about it.
Okay, and we're confident with Banana Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz.
Yeah, it's different. And it's fun, it's motion controls, and like it covers that, what I think of Red Steel, like it was either launch or very early on, so I remember like seeing videos of it before anyone had a Wii, like it kind of covers that like launch excitement area.
Yeah.
I guess it's with Twilight Princess.
Ubisoft were just all over the Wii, weren't they, when it first came out?
Yeah, they're all over every new
Just
console,
Dance.
aren't they?
Yeah. Red Steel was them. Rayman was them.
Yeah.
And No More Heroes was published by them as well.
I mean, they made a good bet.
Yeah, they did.
It paid off.
Cool. I think we got our lineup then, guys.
Do we want to fan out the ones at the bottom and just give one more look over?
Let's just quickly scroll through them. So we've got Pikmin, Metroid, Pikmin, Tatsunoko, Pikmin 3, No More Heroes. I don't know. WarioWare's to me is saying it should be on there, but we definitely have too many first-party games.
Just Dance feels that niche. Okay, looking back at those, I think
WarioWare over Kirby, because we've already got like several platformers. Like WarioWare is different and perfect for the classic. Like what you always say about like bring your mates over, let's play it. That's probably the first one we'd load up. Like maybe that along with Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'm convinced. Moka, are you convinced?
Okay. I think that WarioWare, if we're putting a game like WarioWare on, Rhythm Heaven Fever is more like, that feels more definitive to me from the Wii, because Rhythm Heaven Fever is such a...
is back in the day, you'd be playing that on a CRT TV. Rhythm games on HD TVs ain't as good as they used to be. So
very true.
It's like the rhythm aspect might be like, it was designed for like next to no latency. Whereas that's not, you can't do that anymore, really. Like it's TVs don't do that.
So now we have Pikmin, Wario, Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda. That's pretty good.
That's a good list. I think we got a good list here.
Okay, lock it in. We're done. Well done, everyone. And well done, Joe. You thought you wouldn't have anything to bring? Look at you, mate.
Did I do my role of being
comments.
like an objective in between with no passion or nostalgia for these?
Would you buy this?
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to buy this. If I could just plug that straight into a HDMI, have all of these games on the go, like 2 controllers already linked up with good battery life, I'd love that.
I'd get it just for Wii Sports. That's it. I'd be like a little portable Wii Sports machine.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thanks very much for your help, Moka. You've done great. Your research was great.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Oh, and thank you to Nintendo for giving us the license to this. Famously litigious.
Yes, we're considering our track record. It's weird they keep coming back to us, but but we've done our best.
Yeah. Is there anything you would like to plug, Moka?
Yeah. I stream occasionally. I'll be streaming more consistently now that it's summer at Mokana, MMMOK. Or wait, I forgot how to spell. MMMOKANA on Twitch. And also, I think Ollie's going to link my YouTube channel, which is my VOD page.
I'll link it. Yeah.
Yeah, and if this is going up tomorrow, then I should have a video up. It's a clip of my most recent playthrough of Pokemon Shining Pearl, except I'm not allowed to evolve Pokemon, among other Christian rules.
Right,
nice, cool. All right, check that out. Yeah,
can I plug something?
Well, thanks so much.
Sorry.
Go on then, mate. Go on.
Yeah, I just want to plug the comment section of this video and just say that people leave comments for like what console we should do next, because we're always talking about it. I think 3DS is a good shout. Also, PSP and Vita are ones that I will know a lot more about as good shouts. Original PlayStation might be a good one, but
they did one of those, though, didn't they?
Yeah, I know, but we can do our one. we did. Everyone hated it, didn't they? We were going to come in and like fix it.
They did.
They didn't have like Tomb Raider on it or like a bunch of like or like Spyro and stuff. So we'll do the proper one where we don't have to worry so much about licensing. But yeah, also I think 3DS, PSP, and Vita out of them I think would be really good ones, and we could even do PS4 or something as well. I know it's debatable how classic that is, seeing as I probably played more games from that generation than the current generation, but. Let us know in the comments what one you'd like us to do and what you thought of this list.
Yeah, maybe we should do DS, 3DS combined.
Sure.
Maybe. I don't know. Tricky. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. And I guess we'll see you in the next one, whichever one that may be. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.